Emily, let's get to it. Of all the movers and shakers on the day, and really over the last week and a half, no one has done more to dismantle their organization than the Chicago Blackhawks. What is going on with their burning down the house theme?
So, Gino, if you talk to people within the Chicago Blackhawks organization, like I have over the last several weeks, what they'll say is they are fully prepared to have a team of 21-year-olds over the next 2 years. This is a team that is going through a full rebuild, and GM Kyle Davidson wants to do it the right way. Maybe the fan base doesn't quite agree with that. Maybe the rest of the league kind of thinks this is the wrong approach. But I'll tell you that Kyle Davidson has conviction, and he has full authority from his bosses to pull this off. So Alex DeBrincat just didn't fit into their timeline. Kirby Dach, not a player they want to build around. They've had to make cutthroat decisions, but again, this is them believing they're doing it the right way. It's going to be hard, but they think they're going to build this team from scratch again.
But you're moving two young guys who could be with your organization long term and produce for you, and they're bringing in Athanasiou, Domi, Stalock, and Blackwell in to fill in some of those voids. What does that tell you about the direction they're taking and the timeline they're looking at in this rebuild?
Well, I think I can tell you that they've traded away 4 top 6 forwards, traded 2 of them rather, and let 2 not get qualifying offers. So they need forwards for their lineups. Quite frankly, they need to hit the cap floor, and that's why they made these decisions. When you think about their timeline, these are all guys that are on short-term deals, and when they're putting in that locker room together, they're going to have, again, a lot of 21-year-olds, a lot of prospects that they want to grow the right way, and they want to put in veterans that they felt could lead by example. They're starting a new culture here, again, led by Kyle Davidson, who you see here. Jamie Faulkner is their president. So Luke Richardson, the new head coach, is going to bring in a different culture, a positive vibe, and they feel like these veterans will help those young guys because they know it's going to be challenging. There's going to be a lot of losses ahead, and it's going to get ugly before it gets pretty.
All right, then, what does that mean to a guy like Patrick Kane? Speaking of a veteran, here's a guy who's 33. He's got a lot of game left. He's still averaging a point a game. This guy can produce, but he's got to look around the dressing room right now and saying, seriously? Seriously, this is what you're surrounding me with right now? Is it a fait accompli? Is he on his way out of Chicago?
Yeah, well, it's Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews because these two are so closely linked together, and they both have no movement clauses, which means the call is theirs. They're going to have some conversations with the Blackhawks management. Some of those conversations began before, and it's up to them to decide when they want out. For Patrick Kane, he's decided not now, not this exact moment, even though I think the Blackhawks were kind of expecting him to change his tune, especially after they traded away Alex DeBrincat, who is his closest friend on the team. I think Kane wants to see how the season will begin before he makes his request. As for Toews, it's going to be a lot more difficult because, unlike Kane, there's going to be a lot less suitors, especially at his cap hit. If the Blackhawks do want to trade Toews, they're going to have to involve a third-party team because they can only retain 50% of his salary, and they'll likely need someone to retain more than that. So for the time being, both of these guys will remain on the roster, but I think it's just a ticking time right now of when they will leave and not be Chicago Blackhawks anymore.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.